Welcome to the very first episode of Chart Cinema's Bitcoin Odyssey, where the story of the world's greatest decentralized financial system is told through the battle between the bulls, the bears, the alligators, and the whales. Roughly 68 days ago, Bitcoin was bound into a rising wedge formation. Old bulls were pushing the line higher, while bad bears were backing up.
Now that Bitcoin is at $60,000, I can finally buy a Lambo and retire.
I'm not taking profits yet. All the analysts say we can get to $70,000.
But on balance volume revealed that the mob of whales swimming underneath the price were slowing momentum down for the bold bulls. The floor was rising, but the ceiling was coming down. Eventually, the rising wedge broke bearish on the bold bulls, and a laser eyes correction ensued. On the daily chart, Alice the alligator is overall negative. She takes no sides. Just like Galacticus, who consumes planets, all she wants to do is satisfy her hunger. Alice the alligator is pure cosmic energy of moving averages that's locked in a cycle of 4 phases of the market. Alice the alligator is either advancing, distributing, declining, or accumulating in an infinite loop of a myriad of directions. The question of the week is, what is Alice the alligator doing right now? Please comment below. Overall, her red teeth are flattened out. Her faster moving lips are below her slower moving jaw and teeth. 2 weeks ago, her faster moving lips crossed above her teeth to hunt for bad bears. Will she do it again this week? As we view the battlefield through the farther lens of the weekly chart, Alice the alligator has stopped advancing. Her red teeth, faster moving lips, and slow moving jaw have gone negative. The only hope for the bold bulls is that Alice the alligator's red teeth can get back above her slow moving jaw, preventing her from biting down into the necks of the bold bulls, who are already beaten down and deflated, lacking energy for her to absorb and satisfy her hunger. The bold bulls are now in fear.
You are no match for the Bad Bear Battalion. I am Gavin the Destroyer of Degens. Who are you?
I'm Dave the Brave, a Bitcoin hodler.
Lucky for you, the daily RSI is oversold. That is my signal to exit this battle, but I shall return to crush your dreams.
The current weekly candle still has 4 more days to form, and it looks like the bold bulls are creeping forward. Previously, Bitcoin printed a bullish reversal hammer. The long lower shadow and small body is a display of dominance of demand by the bold bulls, where price opened roughly at the $35,600 level and dropped all the way down to the $29,000 level. And bulls pushed demand roughly above the $34,800 level. But we can clearly see that forces of supply represented by the upper shadows and forces of demand represented by the lower shadows are at a tug of war. Will the bad bears close the current weekly candle negative and solidify the dominance of supply? Or can bold bulls push higher to close above the $35,600 level to create a bullish engulfing candle? A few things the bold bulls have going for them is that forces of demand are reacting to the 50-week moving average, and price is in an area that is consolidating in a high volume node. Although price has collapsed and is forming what appears to be a bear flag, this could send the price down farther into the $20,000 level. But its weekly on-balance volume shows the mob of whales have a rising floor, which reveals the whales have no bearish follow-through. Are the mob of whales accumulating at this bottom? Finally, we view the battlefield from deep space in the monthly chart. Here we observe Alice the alligator with fast-moving lips, teeth, and slow-moving jaw completely wide open, devouring bad bears for nearly a year. This clearly shows the bold bulls are in control in the monthly time frame. From this monthly perspective, we can clearly see where Bitcoin broke out of its downtrend of resistance. And if we reveal nature's wonder, the Fibonacci Phoenix, we can use her powers to frame its moonshot from $10,000 to past $60,000. Here we can see these 2 monthly candles with lower shadows reacted twice, 1, 2, to the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. The 0.618 ratio has been respected by nature from the creation of time and space. Even Alice the alligator's cosmic lips, teeth, and jaw are bound to nature's design. On balance volume shows the mob of whales have created an epic wave for the bold bulls to surf on. But an apex has been created with the on balance volume, and the wave has been coming down. Will it reverse soon or retest the $5 million level, potentially dragging the price down to the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level, which is also the $20,000 peak of the 2017 bull market? Chinese miner whales have shut down and were liquidating their Bitcoin. On this chart, the red bars represent the amount of Bitcoin per day leaving miners' wallets. And if we take a closer look, every time Bitcoin's price tried to push higher, we can see spikes in outflows of Bitcoin leaving miner whale wallets. On a positive note, for the bold bulls, the Bitcoin dumping is trending lower. At what point will supply finally exhaust? Is there one more dump ahead? The Grayscale Whales had Bitcoin released to them, and they took profits. On this chart, the blue bars represent the amount of Bitcoin that has been unlocked to the Grayscale Whales at specific dates. We can see that there is a cluster of activity between April 13th and June 22nd, which, not surprisingly, coincides with the breakdown from the falling wedge battle formation. Computing power being contributed to Bitcoin has dropped to depressing lows, and market sentiment is still in fear. Audience, I must ask you, who is left to buy Bitcoin?
This is goodbye, my dear friend.
But tragic Tim, we've been together since the bear market at $4,000.
I've lost most of my gains at the drop from $60,000. And when I tried to make it back on high leverage trades at the $38,000 level, I got wrecked. I've been chopped up on the daily chart, entering long positions thinking we would break out higher.
But we are getting close to the biggest impulsive wave of the latter half of the bull market. We can go to the moon together. If we just hodl, like Bitcoin brothers on the battlefield.
That sounded corny. You are a blind fool, Dave the Brave. We are still below the death cross, when the faster 50-day moving average crosses below the slower 200-day moving average. I need to say goodbye, my friend.
I can't stop you. Hodling Bitcoin is 80% psychological and 20% technical. I know your mind is set.
Yes, my mind is set. And I'm flipping bearish.